set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh,
he was going at me. He was going at me.
To us, it would now be 4 days ago. We might even be on day 5. That Floyd Mayweather is being held in Dubai.
I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis, a professional boxer who was once guided by Mayweather, has shared details about Mayweather's careless way of spending money. Davis explained that there were times when Mayweather bought very expensive things for him, such as houses and luxury cars, and sometimes he did it without really knowing much about what he was purchasing. This kind of spending shows Mayweather's strong desire to display his wealth, and it also makes people question how carefully he thinks about his financial decisions.
Like, how did he give you his first piece?
He gave me a Rolex. I think a plane. I didn't even know what Rolex was. He bought me a damn Cuban. That probably was like 100 grand.
Right.
He bought me a lot. He bought me a car. He got me in a house. He did a lot. He did a lot before I even was signed to him.
Mayweather's habit of showing off does not stop at giving expensive gifts to others. One clear example was when he entered Mexico riding on a tank, which showed his strong desire to grab attention with big dramatic moments. Some people may see this as simple entertainment or promotion, but it also points to a deeper problem. A constant urge to display his money and lifestyle even when the cost may be very high. In the modern digital world, Mayweather makes sure that the things he buys are not kept private but shown to everyone. He often posts videos of his new purchases like luxury watches and expensive cars so people can see them and react. This pattern suggests that behind the display of wealth there may be a need for approval where expensive items become a way to gain attention and respect from others.
The money man is back. I'm here in New York City with the one and only Benny the Jeweler. Benny, tell the people what you sold me today.
All right. See what's going on. We got the Eye of the Tiger factory on a full pave bracelet.
And tell the people about this,
we got
please.
We got the white tag with it too.
That's an extra 20,000 from what he told me.
Yes, sir.
Money made, and y'all know the rest. Benny, talk to him.
You know what's going on. Big money out here. Big factory out here. And we got more shit on the way. Stay tuned.
Let's go.
The connection between Mayweather and Davis has often been troubled, as Davis has spoken about the controlling attitude of his former mentor. He said there were times when he felt used and even shown in a negative way by Mayweather, which points to a difficult relationship shaped by power and control. This desire to stay in charge also appears in money matters, where the expensive gifts from Mayweather sometimes act more like a way to keep influence instead of simple kindness. Situations like this not only damage personal bonds but also push financial choices that come from pride instead of careful thinking.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
it's
it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Stories have started spreading about possible financial trouble for Mayweather, as Davis claimed that the boxing star was once kept from leaving Dubai because of unpaid money linked to expensive jewelry purchases. If these claims are true, they suggest a worrying situation of someone spending more than he can handle and building debts that become hard to pay back. This stands in sharp contrast to the rich and successful image Mayweather often presents, and it makes many people wonder what his real financial condition might be.
Speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather is supposedly held hostage in Dubai. Gervonta Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
Yo, them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them get on live right now. And you old people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like 2 years ago, said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
More claims also say that Mayweather has faced problems in Dubai because of unpaid bills for expensive luxury items, which has caused tension with sellers and people waiting for their money. This kind of pattern where items are taken without paying on time suggests a careless way of handling finances. Living a life that depends on credit and delayed payments can be very risky, and it can slowly lead to serious financial trouble no matter how much money someone has earned in the past.
The Tank's come out with a bit of a mad statement, and he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. And whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know, especially with somebody like Mayweather, who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just tried screwing the wrong people. But let me know what you guys think to this. Do you think that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai? Or do you think this is just Tank Davis stirring up some stuff? Let me know in the comments. As always, like, a favourite, save a share, all appreciated. Please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Peace out.
Mayweather's insecurity also appears in the way he deals with rising boxers like Davis. He once said in public that Davis could never become a big pay-per-view star, which weakens the confidence of someone who once looked up to him. This attitude suggests that he may struggle to accept the success of others and may worry about losing the spotlight. Because of this, his actions can harm his relationships and slowly affect the legacy he has built over the years.
My era had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta Davis that guy?
I truly believe at this particular time, he's one of the guys that can go out there and become a pay-per-view star. I think to become a superstar in this era is a lot easier than the road I had to take over 20 years ago.
You had the hard road. It's
yes.
The social media now. The access that people have to your videos and what you're doing, you can promote yourself how you want now.
Yes. So, you know, in today's time, you have celebrities and stars that I may never even heard of, but they're rich off of social media. So times have changed, and you have to be able to change with the times.
Davis has also pointed out that Mayweather does not seem comfortable with the idea of another fighter going beyond what he achieved in his career. This attitude, driven by pride, can hold back rising talent and shows a deeper insecurity where he tries to keep others below his level. Even with great wealth, this behavior suggests a weak sense of confidence that money cannot hide. A mindset like this cannot last forever, and it may eventually leave him isolated in both his personal life and his professional world.
Mayweather set you up against Pedraza. Did you really think Pedraza was going to beat you?
Later.
didn't know how good I was and how I would like handle the situation. So he just threw me out there. Why do you think he's He was hurt. He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight? Finna be there. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You next in line. Just so you next in line.
Is there like a
last question, guys?
Is there like a love-hate for Floyd? Like,
yeah,
fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And he
Outfield is
because I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that,
Thank you very much. I will see you by 30.
It just I don't know.
Mayweather's fight with Conor McGregor was promoted as a huge payday with claims that he made $100 million from the event. However, some reports later suggested that these numbers were greatly overstated, which created doubts about his claims of having a billion-dollar fortune. Presenting earnings in such an inflated way can mislead people, and it also suggests a strong desire to maintain an image of unmatched success, even if it means stretching the truth.
The biggest fight you've ever had?
Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, which ironically is a boxing event, but it's the biggest combat sports fight ever.
What did that gross?
It did 4.4 or 4.5 million buys at $100 a buy.
Yeah. So that worked out okay.
It did.
A closer look shows that Mayweather's real earnings are much less than what he often claims. For example, some of his fight payouts were around $60 million rather than the $350 million he frequently talks about. This repeated exaggeration brings up questions about how true his reported wealth really is, and points to a carefully crafted image meant to support the persona he shows to the public.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
And cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
How much do you think you could make from this fight? About $350 million. $350 million, yes. Wow, you really love money, right? I mean, yeah, it's fun. So what do you do with all this money? And since cash is king, do you carry an ATM card in like a walking human ATM?
First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete over Christian Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is.
So if you had to guess, what do you think's the most Floyd ever made in a fight?
Oh, I think that Floyd's he's probably made about 60 million before in one night. But no, 100 million, 130 million. They just didn't have. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
You think he blew through all of his money?
I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about 100 million. People think he made 130 in a night. I'm sharing with you he didn't. No boxer's ever made 130 million in one night.
Experts like Shel Sonnen have noted that Mayweather's ongoing involvement in exhibition matches seems driven more by need than love for the sport. If he has already spent much of his large earnings, these fights become a way to keep funding his expensive lifestyle. Relying on occasional events for income is not a stable approach and shows signs of weak financial planning.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box, when he said he's retired, why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
First of all, he never earned $100 million from a single fight. There have been reports saying he was the highest paid athlete, even above Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think that is the most he earned? I know it is. So if you had to guess what Floyd made in one fight, I would say he probably earned around 60 million on one night, but not 100 or 130 million. That just did not happen. Floyd is still stepping into the ring recently because he needed the money. Do you think he spent all of it? I believe that over his entire career he has made about 100 million. Some people think he made 130 million in one night, but that is not true. No boxer has ever made 130 million in a single fight.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been paid over $1 billion through his career. What are the craziest ways that he spent it? Let's start with the ice. Dude has almost everything diamond crusted, from his plates and silverware to the case for his gold iPhone to his $18 million watch nicknamed the Billionaire. Moving on, apparently Mayweather also loves golf, or probably just golfing around courses. Dude owns a pair of Cadillac and Bentley golf carts, worth over $500,000 together. Then there's his barber, who makes house calls 3 to 4 times a week, each visit costing money a clean $1,000. And it gets even crazier. Apparently, Floyd never uses the same pair of boxers twice, and he'll leave all of his kicks at hotels he stays at as gifts to staff. But the scary thing, none of this comes close to the dude's gambling habit. Floyd reportedly dropped over $6 million on the Heat in Game 7 of the 2013 Finals. And thankfully, LeBron came through for him, and that's just a slice of the money life of Money Mayweather.
Chelsea was blunt when discussing Floyd Mayweather's financial troubles. While many focus on how much he earned in the ring, Sonnen emphasized the real problem was how much Floyd spent outside of it. According to Sonnen, Mayweather's issues are not about making money but spending it as if there were no limits. With exhibition fights now his main source of income, it is clear these bouts are not about passion or legacy but about keeping the lights on in his gold-plated mansion. This change says a lot, from competing for titles to competing just to pay bills, a sad turn for someone who once called himself Money Fight.
I love sneakers. I don't know about nobody else, but Money May loves his sneakers. As you can see, I got them stacked all the way up to the top. And I gotta let people know it's sneakers in every box. I ain't stacking just a bunch of boxes. Bunch of sneakers. You know how we do. Wear these one time only. What's the game? Jenga? I don't know the name of it. Let's stack it, let's go. You know, it's dangerous up here. It don't look high, but it's high. Let's stack.
Floyd did not just spend recklessly, he is also accused of making money through scams and poorly planned promotions. He reportedly took money from fans for events or merchandise that never happened. A TikTok investigation showed that Mayweather's reputation rests on shaky ground, relying more on hype and appearances than on real results or honesty. From missed appearances to promotions that disappeared without a trace, it looks like his brand focuses on attracting fans rather than earning their trust. On top of that, his constant display of wealth continues. Floyd does not just buy things, he collects them like trophies and shares proof of every purchase. From countless cars to rooms full of untouched luxury goods, his lifestyle shows extreme extravagance.
Got options. I got about 100 cars. But right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren,
The original McLaren. Bentley. Rose. 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 The Maybach truck or Maybach truck, whatever you want to call it.
In one of his recent show-offs, Mayweather said he owns more than 100 luxury cars, Ferraris, Rolls-Royces, Bentleys, you name it, he has it. But what use is having so many cars if they just sit there unused? It is not about getting around, but about seeking approval. It feels like he is trying to convince himself more than anyone else that he is still at the top. Yet anyone paying attention can see the truth. This is a man keeping up an illusion, running a lifestyle that he can no longer truly support.